Diego was 26 years old. He worked for a small landscape and septic company based in Charlotte, North Carolina. On this job, he was helping install a sewer line that would later be important infrastructure for the buildings. Diego was standing in a shallow trench, about 2 feet deep, checking the elevation to make sure it was level before the pipe could be laid. Just a few feet away, his boss, the owner of the company, was operating a John Deere backhoe. They'd worked together plenty of times before. Diego was stooped and measuring the trench as it went through the site, making sure it was level and deep enough every couple of steps, basic quality control type stuff. The sound of the backhoe operating hummed in the background, and Diego ignored it. Without warning, something fell and struck Diego in the head and then crushed him across the trench. He didn't have any time to react, move, yell, or even see where it came from. He was dead before he knew what hit him. But what happened? Diego's boss, probably trying to make the best use of his time as he waited for Diego's trench measurements, turned the backhoe onto a dead tree just a stone's throw away from him. He pushed on the dead trunk, trying to clear the land, but the bucket of the backhoe swung just a little too wide. It pushed that dead tree a little too fast and a little too much toward Diego. The dead tree didn't offer much resistance and gave way with little coaxing, and it came down right on top of Diego, 27 feet tall and only 18 feet away. Diego's boss watched in horror as the tree he was pushing on fell not just toward Diego, but right on top of him. He parked the backhoe as safely and as fast as he could and jumped to help, but it was already way too late. The OSHA investigation uncovered 3 serious violations. First, the company had no written accident prevention program in place. There was no site plan, no job hazard assessment, no documented effort to identify or control risks. Second, workers were not wearing protective helmets, even though they were working around heavy equipment and falling object hazards. And third, the site hadn't been cleared of surface hazards, like the very tree that killed him. It was already visibly decayed and shouldn't have been anywhere near a live excavation site. Diego was in a trench, focused on his task, trusting that the site was safe, or at least that someone was watching his back. But the tree fell anyway. The total fine the boss was given for being the immediate cause of his own workers' death was $5,250. Usually employees are killed indirectly due to an owner or management negligence. It's rare the actual cause of death is the specific actions taken by the boss themselves. What do you think? Is this an accident, homicide, or straight-up murder? I personally think the boss's negligence of his employee is outrageous. Let me know what you think down below.